Hello everyone, and this is Kenzu Wonderdrift broadcasting today's Female Dota 2 Southeast Asian League Season 5 action. We have Team Vengeance versus Team Searena. And let's look at the players for both sides. From Team Vengeance, we have Shanica, Self-Inflicted, Boy, Mylan, Barbie, Michelle. And for Searena, we have Nemo, A, I'm Gorgeous, BB, and Strawberry. So let's look at the standings for both teams. For Team Vengeance, they're currently in the bottom of the league. Initially, there were 18 teams, but the last 3 teams have already backed out. So it's all up to 15 teams left, and Team Vengeance is ranked number 15, amassing only 7 points with 2 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses. A win is equivalent to 3 points, and a draw is equivalent to just 1 point. So add them up, and you only have 7 points for Team Vengeance. For Team Searena, they are in the middle of the table, ranked number 9 out of 15. And their record consists of 3 wins. So that's equivalent to 9 points, 2 draws, which will make it 11 overall, and 2 losses. So let's see. And of course, we all know, let's see what's going to happen here. I mean, Team Vengeance, they desperately need to have that sort of fight back in this game. They do need to have a lot of things to catch up, especially if they want to ascend in the group stages. And let's do hope that they could pull off a miracle here. So let's go to the match action, and let's look at the bans for both teams. For Team Vengeance, they've banned 3 heroes. I mean, 2 heroes that does a lot of AoE assaults, and that could be very, very devastating in team fights. We have the Tinker and the Invoker, and they even banned Team Searena's signature support hero, which is the Spirit Breaker, which is actually one of the most lethal secondary supports that Team Searena would oftentimes use. And it's very useful. They love it because, you know, the Spirit Breaker has this capability to annihilate or to disrupt the opposition's supporting units, because of course the supports, they have this tendency to rotate, and that's what the Spirit Breaker does. It disrupts the rotations. And then they ban 2 heroes capable of dealing a lot of right-click damage, and gives you a lot of dilemma because of their mobility, and that's the Anti-Mage and the Bloodseeker out of the battlefield. Now for Searena, they've banned their first 2 bans are heroes that are capable of amassing AoE assaults. There's the Silencer with the Global Silence, and the Venomancer with the Poison Nova. And 2 heroes that could potentially serve as right-clickers, actually 3 right-clickers out. Slark is out, together with Weaver and Drow Ranger. And it does make sense to ban those 3, because I think they want to maximize the effectiveness of their Witch Doctor and their Ogre Magi, which could be potentially halted by the Shukuchi combination, as well as the pounds from the Slark. So let's look at the sort of lineups that both teams have possessed. Team Vengeance going for a more team fight based approach. Earth Spirit, combine that with the Chronosphere from the Faceless Void, and the Queen of Pain with a sort of AoE damage. So Vengeance opting for a more team assault approach, whereas Team Searena, they're more into the laning phase, especially when you combine the Viper and the Outworld Devourer, and then Witch Doctor and Ogre Magi, which are very good at supporting heroes such as the Viper and the Outworld Devourer. So Searena opting for a more laning approach in this game with this sort of lineup. I mean, Viper with a sort of poison damage could slow down anyone from the opposition, and combine it with either the Witch Doctor or the Ogre Magi could further slow down anyone from Team Vengeance. And the last 2 bans have already been set, with Team Vengeance banning the Bat Rider and Searena banning the Monkey King. Yeah, because the thing is, if you look at Team Searena, they're more of a laning team, and they want to eliminate heroes that could slow down the laning phase, and Monkey King is one of them. I mean, if you combine the Monkey King, the Slark, and the Weaver, Serena's laning game is going to be disrupted. Because the fact is this, like what I said earlier, they have the mobility, and they could even slow you down with the pounds. And of course, there's definitely the Boundless Strike, And of course, the Monkey King can jump through the trees and make sure that the Witch Doctor or the Ogre Magi would not have an easy time. Vengeance going for a more AoE assault, and they banned the Batrider because they don't like their AoE options to be disrupted, because a single pull on the Faceless Void and it could be a sort of domino effect for Team Vengeance as Gyrocopter gets deployed in the battlefield. So Searena they are really focusing on a laning strategy with this, because you have right now, all 5 of their heroes are capable of keeping up with the lanes, because you have poison damage, and then you have the flak cannons from the Gyrocopter, and then the OD with the sort of celestial assaults, and then Witch and Ogre Magi, who could support either the 3 heroes. Although I'm not sure who's going to be the off lane for Team Searena here, because the thing is, Gyro, Outworld, and Viper are 3 potential mid laners as Necrophos is deployed in the battlefield. So Searena has more right-click damage compared to Vengeance. I mean, if you look at Vengeance, they're so reliant on the QWER keys with this sort of composition. Searena, on the other hand, they could just, well, in the late game, if they get the necessary items, the right clicks are gonna pay dividends. So in terms of lineups, if you ask me who's going to win, I'm gonna go for Team Searena because I think they could dominate the early game, and that's one thing Team Vengeance might not have the upper hand. They might struggle with the early game, especially with the sort of approach that Team Searena are deploying as of this moment. So it's going to be very difficult for them, and once they struggle in the early game, Searena with the right click damage, they could get the necessary items, and yeah, not even a Chronosphere or an AoE assault from anyone from Team Vengeance could keep them alive. So let's see. For those of you watching in the Twitch channel, I want to hear your opinions. Who do you think is going to win? Team Vengeance versus Team Searena, based on the lineup that you're seeing right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, back in the match action. Let the games begin. It's good to be back. Oh, pause the game, pause the game. I hate it when that happens. Okay, let's introduce the players for both teams. Team Vengeance representing they are the Radiant. We have Barbie Mashal as the Queen of Pain, Myron as the Rubik, Voy as the Earth Spirit, Self-Inflicted as the Faceless Void, and Shanicha as the Necrophos. Now the Dire, being played by Searena, we have Nemo, the Captain, as a Witch Doctor, EY as the Gyrocopter, okay, I'm confused, okay, BB as Ogre Magi, Gorgeous as the Viper, and Strawberry U as the Outworld Devourer. Well, based on what I've seen in the history, Strawberry U is the mid laner for Team Searena, so we're gonna see a mid Outworld Devourer against, I think, Barbie Mashal. Yeah, Barbie Mashal most likely will go for mid because she used the Queen of Pain, although Queen of Pain can be used as an off-lane hero. Like we've seen Sam H in TNC use the Queen of Pain as an off-lane hero. Or we might see Shanicha go mid. Though if you ask me, I think Barbie Mashal would be better suited to go mid against the OD. So let's see. It's very going to be interesting composition. Self-Inflicted will definitely be the off-laner in the top lane. Now, we all know that in the 7.07 new patch, it's not easy for a melee off-laner, especially knowing that the creeps will charge in further forward near the towers. So, yeah, so it's going to be... So and here's the thing. Faceless Void, yes, he could potentially run away whenever he's in a brink of death or he's faced with danger, but the thing is, he doesn't have that sort of, well, damage in the early game. And that might be a major concern for Team Vengeance in the off-lane war in the top lane. Whereas if you look at Team Searena, I'm not sure who their offlane is between EY and Gorgeous. Thing is, they both could deal a lot of physical damage early, but they don't have the mobility as compared to the Faceless Void. So this is going to be an interesting offlane wars. So it's the damage offlaner versus the mobile offlaner. It's going to be quite interesting to look at. Then let's see the two supports, Myron, Voy versus, let's see, okay, Nemo, Witch Doctor, and BB. So, okay. Oh, Earth Spirit got disconnected. Yikes. So, we're having some connection issues. I hope you could bear in mind. I hope you guys could be patient and bear with this sort of situation. Okay, so let's go back to the match action. What else could we see from this from these two teams? So you got a Rubik. What's going to be crucial for her is what spells is she going to steal? So far, I'm trying to look at potential spells. I think the Sanity's Eclipse would be very good as well. If you wanna slow down Searena. Although, if you look at the Sanity's Eclipse, if you look at the definition, it removes 40% of mana and also deals damage as well. But the thing is, Searena, well, they could use the Sanity's Eclipse to tone down the heroes who are very squishy. And to be honest, the entire Searena lineup is squishy. But if they get the items, the Rubik steals the Sanity's Eclipse, then it's not going to be easy for Team Vengeance. So let's see. They could also go for the cooldown, which could be very beneficial if the Rubik gets a steal on that. Let's see, what other factors can we see in this game? So roaming support, definitely it's going to be Voy who's going to provide that sort of cover, as Voy is reconnected finally. Now we could carry on. Game is on pausing. 3, 2, 1. Let's get started. Yes, finally. That's what we want to see. Some action. Okay, let's look at the positionings. It's going to be interesting, especially with the 7.07 patch, with the offlane difficulty level being heightened. Are we going to see a 2-1-2 formation, or we're still going to see a single offlaner against 3 heroes? So let's see the positioning, and let's see if there are any other aggressive smoke gangs or some shenanigans that could potentially happen. It's so far I don't see a lot of aggressive bounty steals in this league. So hopefully we could see one here. Now we could potentially see one here. Let's see what Searena has to offer. Okay, what BB's gonna position herself together with EY and Nemo. They've secured that spot. And Barbie Michel, she has to be careful. Does she have a blink? If you could blink out of this. Oh no, there's the Assault and Barbie. You have 2 stunners. The Witch Doctor combine that with the Ogre Magi, but the blink keeps her alive. Now Gorgeous going 1-on-2. Gorgeous is in a lot of trouble. There's Void with a sort of assault, but there's a backup from Strawberry. She has the Astral Imprisonment. And Team Searena has secured this bounty area here. They've secured this bounty area here. So early, it's all Searena securing all the bounties. Actually, not all the bounties. They've conceded this bounty area to Team Vengeance. So as predicted, mid lane wars, it's Strawberry versus Barbie Michel. Top lane, we have EY, Nemo, and BB against Self-Inflicted. Bottom lane, Gorgeous against Shanicha and Voy. And we have Myron. We don't know where he's going to position herself. She's definitely going to be the sort of roaming support, which is surprising because I normally see the Earth Spirit as that sort of hero providing that roaming cover for her team. So, like what I said earlier, the lack of initial damage might be a cause for concern here for the Faceless Void. And the fact that you have 2 heroes who could slow down the Void. One of them is the Ogre Magi, but of course the Time Walk is there. And then you have the Witch Doctor. But here's the thing though, like what I said earlier, Gorgeous doesn't have that sort of mobility. I mean, she could execute some early damage assaults, but the lack of mobility might be a losing factor. Right now, look at that. She's just forced to jungle. And the sort of lack of mobility is going to be a cause for concern, because it could be easily capitalized, especially that Voy is a potential charger. She could just boulder in forward, and Gorgeous would be easily negated. Yeah, I think Gorgeous needs help in the bottom lane. I mean, she's forced to jungle. I think she's gonna get caught by Voy, and Voy is doing that stare down, the sort of intimidation. Now Strawberry, there's a poison on Michael. But Strawberry says no. I'm just gonna unleash my orbs and make sure you don't get the necessary momentum. Now the Gorgeous, I think she's very intelligent to spot what's iffy in this area, as Myron and Voy try to charge in and draw first blood. But Gorgeous retreating is not a good sign, because Shanicha is now level 3, and this could be a sort of momentum booster for Team Vengeance. They desperately need that, especially how they've been performed so far in this tournament. Strawberry, I'm not sure if she founds this. There's a boulder in. Strawberry gonna get stunned in. There's a boulder's smash. Now Voy's gonna get caught in there. Gorgeous slowing her down. This could be the sort of momentum boost. And Strawberry draws first blood. Gets a kill on Voy. Now Gorgeous, that's what you want to see from Gorgeous. Yes, she has no choice but to teleport her away here, because she needs to get her XP, and she needs to get additional gold from assists, because currently she's letting Shanicha concede the bottom lane. And like what I said, that's not a good sign, especially if you're the offlane hero. As an offlaner, you're supposed to keep your head above the water, even in the most difficult of all circumstances. And yes, I understand this is the most difficult of all circumstances. A hero that doesn't have that sort of mobility, forced to go against 3 heroes who could capitalize on that. Like there's a Rubik with a telekinesis, and these boulders in forwards. And of course, don't forget, the damage from Shanicha could be lethal. And Gorgeous forced, wow, she's certainly not going to enjoy this day. So perhaps she's going to write this in her diary as like the worst day of my life, because I'm forced to jungle. Remember, there's no Iron Talon, and there's no Poor Man's Shield, so the jungle phase is going to be limited. And like what I said, this patch is actually meant for the laning phase. So Strawberry level 5. Let's see the stats in the last hit to the nice. As expected, Shanicha dominates it, because of the fact that Gorgeous has conceded the bottom lane. And it's slowly getting into the nerves of Team Searena, and this could be lethal in the late game. Now if this Necrophos gets all the items, like the Radiance and the Heart of Tarask this early, then that's gonna give space for Team Vengeance, because one, Team Searena, they're gonna put all their effort on Shanicha. It's gonna waste all of Serena's mana as Vimatial and Strawberry exchanging blows. Let's see what happens in this brawl. There's a poison touch on Strawberry, and of course Strawberry, being very cautious, is forced to retreat. Top lane, self-inflicted, 7-2. Last hit to the nice. So far she's doing okay. Now we see the rotation. Look, Gorgeous and Nemo forced to stick together. They might find Voy. Voy is an easy target, but a single boulder might of course keep her alive. Now it's going to be a 3-on-3 assault. Here's BB, forced to join forces with Gorgeous and Nemo. And Strawberry forced to retreat, but at least she still has a level advantage. She's already level 6. Now we could see a slight brawl, telekinesis on Nemo. Nemo's gonna get assaulted. Nemo didn't have a sort of mana. There's a Maledict casted. Now Nemo's forced to run away with a lack of mana, but Gorgeous is the perfect target. Gorgeous might go down here. Gorgeous goes, oh, she does go down, and that's a huge kill for Team Vengeance, getting a kill on that sort of damage dealer. Now they're going to chase on the supports, but they realize it's not going to be a good option to assault. Let's just move back and wait for the perfect time to approach. So that certainly wasn't a good sign. Gorgeous struggling in the laning phase, and she died. Now, if you're Team Searena, yes, you did the right moves. You set your supports to go in the bottom lane. That leaves EY one-on-one with self-inflicted. So it's a tactical shift that Searena desperately needed. As Bar Michelle went to the top lane with a haste rune and obliterates EY out of the map. Now, Gorgeous is still level 3 and Shanica is at level 5. I mean, the thing is, if you bring in 2 supports with you, it's going to lessen your chances of increasing your XP, as well as trying to get that level advantage. As the last hits denies are slowly going in favor of Strawberry, since Barbie Michelle ventured in the top lane. Now we could see a brawl here. Remember, they both have their ultimates, but the blink out keeps Barbie Michelle alive. Now Gorgeous, Shanica trying to be aggressive, and well, of course, in post TI7, both the Viper and the Necrophos are 2 heroes who people believe should be nerfed because of that sort of poison damage that could slow you down. And so far, that's what this is the sort of matchup in the bottom lane. It's the 2 heroes that people find annoying. Necro versus Viper. Great matchup. So let's see what happens in the mid lane, because so far the mid lane is evenly matched. Although in terms of last hits and denies, you'll give the edge to the Outworld because the fact that there are 19 denies at her arsenal compared to the Queen of Pain with only 3. Now let's see this brawl happening, and of course there's a silence, a perfect timing of the silence to keep things safe for Team Vengeance, and Michelle says, "I'm coming to the rescue," and Searena forced to retreat. They don't like to deal with that sort of AoE damage. Top lane is EY versus self-inflicted, and the range of EY is causing problems for self-inflicted. So it's the off lane versus the hard carry. And EY already pushing forward, pressing on self-inflicted. Self-inflicted might go down. Mid-war, the bottom wars are still a slight stalemate. Slight because it's going in favor of Team Vengeance, but with the reinforcements, it might go, the tables might turn and go to Team Searena. Here's the boulder on, oh, Strawberry, try to run away. Oh, the astral imprisonment. The timing was perfect, and oh my goodness gracious, oh my goodness, that sonic wave, whoa. Right through the distance, and look who gets caught in there. It's Strawberry down. Now Shanica, I'm not sure if she's aware of this smoke gank. Can Shanica run away? Shanica, oh, UI capitalizing on self-inflicted's poor health condition. Gets a kill on her. Searena, oh, smoke gank is a waste. But who gets stunned in there? Myron together with a creep. There's a Maledict. But here's Shanica, there's the telekinesis on Nemo. Nemo, the Reaper Scythe! Oh, and Nemo goes down. Shanica gets the kill. Now Strawberry all alone in the mid lane. Well, she does need to farm. Top lane, self-inflicted. A bit of a struggle against EY. But compare her to Gorgeous, she's actually doing a better job because, well, she's only died once, and she's even managed to help get an assist on the poor gyrocopter. Oh, look at this! UI gets caught by the Faceless Void with a Chronosphere and self-inflicted. One more hit from the Maledict. He goes down as Nemo gets a kill. The timing of the Chronosphere was perfect. And oh, I thought Barbie Michelle's gonna get caught there because of BB's presence, but she's very intelligent that she managed to see something very fishy there, especially knowing that Strawberry was going really, really aggressive, and the mind games have worked for Team Vengeance. Oh, BB. Oh, look at that stun. Look at that. Barbie Michelle might go down, but the blink out keeps her alive. Now Gorgeous forced to go in the top lane. I think she realized that the Faceless Void is going to be an easy prey. But the offlane wars, well, level 8 for the Void compared to level 5 is the Viper. Now BB is forced to go in the top lane. Now the bottom lane has been easily conceded. Gorgeous gonna rotate once more. This time she goes in the bottom lane. Now she has to be cautious of Void's positioning. Okay, now you can see here, BB gets caught there by Void, and here comes EY trying to provide that sort of rocket barrage assault. He might get 2 kills in here. Void goes down together with Self-Inflicted, and EY on a roll. And the sort of rocket launch and the firepower she has just completely burns these 2 heroes inside the tree lines. But of course they were trapped in a choke point with no escape and no sort of hope. As Myron, can you run? Myron? Yeah, she runs. Now, so far, Vengeance have capitalized on Gorgeous' struggles. They've managed to take the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. While on the other hand, let's look at Team Searena. They haven't really... Okay, they've got the objective by pushing the top lane, which is good. So far it's still evenly matched in terms of the pushing phase, in terms of the objectives. Now let's see what BB's going to do. But no, she gets caught by the telekinesis. Her positioning has been revealed. There's Void with a boulder in forward. BB, can she run away? Oh, she doesn't run away, even with the teleportation in front of the face, because the damage from Barbie Michelle and the stunning abilities. Let's look at this. Strawberry gonna get caught. There's a Reaper Sight. Here's Nemo coming to the rescue. Oh, that's certainly a good way to activate the cast in front of 4 people. Oh, but no! The Sonic Wave misses the target as Strawberry gets a run around. Now EY activates the ultimate, slows everyone down. Shanica, can she run away? No, but she can't run away. The poison damage. 5 down. It's a complete mess on Team Vengeance, and Searena just capitalize on that. The mistiming of all the abilities and Nemo's perfect casting abilities caught 4 heroes there. And let's commend the Outworld Devourer for using the astral imprisonment to keep herself safe, because boy, she was able to survive from the Sonic Wave. I mean, the timing of the Sonic Wave was really, really awful. That the Outworld Devourer was inside while the Sonic Wave happened, so it didn't do any effect. And Barbie Michelle will be like, okay, I'm gonna hit my fist on the table. But seriously, that was embarrassing. 5 down, and now Team Searena are gonna capitalize on that, and Vengeance are slowly revealing their sort of mistakes. I mean, I like the early game approach of Team Vengeance. It's just that the execution of their assaults in team fights, I mean, earlier in this mid-war, was just pretty poor, and you don't like that to happen. So EY, of course, she certainly has to be commended as well in that clash, because she came in the middle of nowhere and activated the call down, and that slowed things down. Combine it with the Witch Doctor's assaults. Now the tier 1 tower in the mid lane is going to get barraged. Team Searena, oh, I like this, the positioning. Team Searena, look who comes from the sides. But Team Vengeance very hesitant. But while that's happening, Self-Inflicted says, you guys go in the mid lane, I'm going to go in the bottom lane. And whoever's going to chase me, you're going to not like that. So the mid wars is still a chess match between these 2 teams. Oh, there's the Astral Imprisonment. Can she blink out? Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna blink out, but there's a casting stun, and Myron's gonna go down, and she does go down. Poor Myron. Now the bottom lane, EY intimidating Self-Inflicted. Actually, Self-Inflicted just went through the... Oh, the Chronosphere only catches 1 hero, which is Strawberry, but there's a countermeasures activated by Gorgeous. Now Strawberry's gonna go down, all thanks to the Sonic Wave, together with the damage of Void. But yeah, the spacing of the Chronosphere was perfect, because no one from Team Searena could venture further forward. And even if Nemo activated the Death Ward, it's still not going to cause a lot of damage, because the positioning of the Death Ward was way away of the Chronosphere, where the Outworld Devourer would not even receive any sort of support, and that's what happened. And as EY is going to get pressed on, a single boulder in forward, there's EY. Can EY run away? Oh, going to send a rocket barrage together, but the Reaper Sight is there, and there's no way for her to escape. She activates a cooldown as her sort of last oxygen on her breath, but it's not going to be enough. And BB late to the rescue. I don't know why BB's there, but there's a stun dual cast on Shanicha. And Nemo and BB forced to retreat. Oh, there's a Veil of Discord. Nemo. Okay, there's a stun and a Maledict. But remember, the sort of tankiness from Shanicha and sustainability as well could slow things down. Now Gorgeous forced to go in the bottom lane. Now let's see, are they gonna go for Smoke Gang? Let's see if they have potential. Oh, they don't have smoking items. Because they could slow down Shanicha, and Viper could use her ultimate to make things worse. Now Strawberry forces a shift on the top lane. Let's do an item check. Force Staff is the thing that she wants to have at her arsenal. I mean, that would lead to Hurricane Pike, which is a signature item for the Outworld Devourer because it provides a sort of range and the mobility needed, because Outworld Devourer doesn't really have a lot of mobility options, minus the Astral Imprisonment on herself. But still, you're gonna keep if you Astral Imprison yourself, you're still stuck in one area. You won't be able to run away, and the Necrophos might capitalize on that with the ultimate as the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane goes down. Now Barbie Michelle gonna go in the top lane, knowing that Strawberry's trying to knock on the doorstep, but no, Strawberry's gonna go and venture in the bottom lane. Now she's gonna bring the entire cavalry with her. This could be a 5-on-3 assault, but a single Chronosphere might lead for a potential fight back for Team Vengeance, especially if they have teleportation scrolls, which they do. Team Vengeance, knowing that Searena are threatening the jungle areas, forced to use their TPs away from the danger zone, but Self-Inflicted. Oh, there's the Astral Imprisonment. Let's see what Self-Inflicted can do here. Will she activate the Chronosphere? No, she just activates a Time Walk. But here's a rocket in front of the face of Self-Inflicted, but it's not going to be enough. Well, there's a stun, but no follow-up for Team Searena. But while that's happening, Searena going for a kill, Team Vengeance have said, we'll just take the objectives. Easy Bugatti, tier 1 tower in the top lane is going to collapse anytime. That's what's important. But in return, Team Searena are opting for the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane. So we're going to go a base race, these two teams. So far, 18 minutes is still relatively a low scoring game. At 8-11 is the score. And both of these two teams, well, so far, I still do not know who's going to be the victor yet. I mean, oh, there's Void going one-on-one with EY. There's a magnetism set to slow things down. Now EY chasing on Void. But of course, BB in the back lines, but no, Self-Inflicted comes to the rescue, activates a Chronosphere, and there's the ultimate from Barbie Michelle, but no, the sort of damage outburst from Gorgeous and Myron doing that sort of backup firepower. Will it be enough? There's a Death Ward doing its damage. Will it be enough? Oh, and Myron, the stolen Death Ward, has done it as 5 are down on Team Self-Inflicted. I mean, on Team Searena, and that's good news. I mean, Myron timed that perfectly, and the Chronosphere was beautifully set. I mean, it caught 2 important heroes, and then the Sonic Wave combined it with that Chronosphere, and then the Death Ward from Myron. Boy, that's going to be huge. That's really going to be huge. And it looked like initially it was looking like it's a stalemate fight, but no, it ended up like Team Vengeance's momentum builder. I mean, that Chronosphere was indeed huge. So the two teams have already shown signs of vulnerability, especially if they make mistakes, like Vengeance earlier in this mid area, and then Searena in this bottom area. So right now it's a matter of initiation and execution. So you have to time your spells well. You want to negate the Death Ward, and the best way to do so is through the Earth Spirit and stunning the Witch Doctor while he activates the Death Ward. And there's also Chronosphere as another insurance policy. And of course, you would like to negate the Chronosphere, and the astral imprisonment would be that perfect move, especially when the Faceless Void Time walks. Then you have your astral imprisonment. But if you're either team, you want to eliminate those threats. You want to eliminate the Earth Spirit so that the Witch Doctor could capitalize on her abilities. You also want to eliminate the Void because you want your team to win. Of course, it'll be very embarrassing if the entire team gets caught in the Chronosphere, and you want to avoid that. Now, you certainly want to kill the Gyrocopter because of that AoE damage he possesses, and then getting a kill on... oh, the Chronosphere by self-inflicted. Look what happens there. There's this boulder in stun there. Oh, combined with the Death Ward. Now there's going to be a brawl happening as Michelle activates her ultimate. And here comes a call down activated. Now BB chasing on there and gets a kill on Boy. Myron next on the target list. She goes down and the telekinesis not going to do any effect. Oh, but the Necrophob's coming from the back of the tree lines. But she's going to get caught in here. Can Shanicha run away? Shanicha, but Strawberry with the Hurricane Pike. I mean, no, not the Hurricane Pike, but who cares? The kill's gonna get a kill, but no, Barbie Michelle blanks in the middle of no man's land. Shanicha forced to activate her second skill, but the Astral Imprisonment slows her down. Can Shanicha run away? She doesn't have mana. Shanicha, there's a stun. No, she doesn't live. 5 down for Team Vengeance. Wipe after wipe after wipe. Initially, it was a wipe on Team Vengeance, and then Team Searena, and now it's Team Vengeance. And of course, that sort of momentum booster. I mean, I thought the timing of the Chronosphere from Self-Inflicted was perfect. It's just that, you know, Shanicha and Barbie Michelle, they don't have the sort of follow-up damage. I mean, there's a Chronosphere, and there's the Sonic Wave, and there's a Reaper's Scythe, but the follow-up damage wasn't really enough. As right now, this is what you want to see, because if you look at it, if you look at Team Searena, they have better right-click options as Voy gets killed. Just like what I said during the draft phases, the fact that Team Searena has better right-click assaults compared to Team Vengeance, and the lack of right-click assaults is going to be very, very crucial for Team Vengeance, because yes, they can execute their spells in perfection, but they won't have the follow-up damage. Because if you look at the items of Barbie Michelle, she has the Orchid of Malevolence. Yeah, that's a silencing spell, but plus 30 damage, that's not going to do a lot. And who else are the culprits? Self-Inflicted, still not plus 40 damage, not going to be enough, even with the Mask of Madness. Yeah, they don't have damage items like a Desolator compared, or a Daedalus compared to Searena, where Hurricane Pike isn't really a sort of damage item, but the fact that her intelligence levels are high and that Arcane Orb is further maximized, that gives additional right-click damage. And Gorgeous likewise has it as well with the Viper Strike, and combine that with the Blade Mail, so it's not going to be an easy target for Team Vengeance once they get caught by Gorgeous. Now it's going to be on a brawl. Let's see. And don't forget there's EY as well. Another right clicker as well. And let's see who gets caught. No, it was a fake back. Fake. Not going to lead to any assault. Now we're going to see another potential brawl. EY on the top lane. EY has a Dragon Lance. So yeah, and a Manta Stylus at her arsenal. Oh, let's see what's happening. No, they're just going to be creep wars. Now Barbie Michelle has to be cautious. There's a stun on Barbie Michelle. A blink out might slow her down. Let's see. There's going to be a Chronosphere, definitely. But no, look who gets caught in the Chronosphere, and that's not good news, but definitely a kill on the Outworld Devourer is big, and the positioning of Team Searena in that clash was really bad. I thought the Chronosphere was awful because Barbie Michelle was caught in the Chronosphere as well, but the fact was Shanicha could activate the Reaper Scythe outside the Chronosphere, and that sort of gave a momentum for Team Vengeance. Now they're going to push in the tier 2 tower in the middle lane. I don't know what destroying is there, but who cares. Now they're going to destroy this. The tower is under siege. No one to defend. And Witch Doctor actually died in that clash. she was actually the first target because she was caught out of position as this tier 2 tower is going to fall. Marring there as a sort of intel. Now the drawbridge is set. Will the floodgates open? And who's going to lose from the floodgates wars? Okay, so nope. Team Vengeance going to go in the bottom lane. Taking the objectives as usual. Easy gold for them as they get the towers. So Team C, let's look at the tower count. Searena have managed to secure both the tier 1 and tier 2 towers in the bottom lane, a tier 1 tower in the mid lane, tier 1 tower in the top lane. Vengeance, on the other hand, have destroyed all the tier 1s and tier 2s in the middle and bottom lane, but they have yet to secure the second tier tower in the top lane. So next objective would be Roshan. And okay, let's see who's gonna be. Whoever gets a Roshan will definitely have the upper hand in terms of pushing. Now EY gonna go for a Black King bar, which she needs, especially in order to slow down this AoE assaults, and of course to weaken the Reaper's sight. Let's do a quick item check. Oh, the Shadow Blade on self-inflicted. This is gonna be very tricky for Team Searena. Now with the Shadow Blade on the Faceless Void, she could just turn invisible in most areas of the map and activate the Chronosphere out of nowhere. I'm not sure if they have detection. Now let's see what Barbie Michelle. Her HP is at half. She has the Aghanim Scepter, so that gives more damage on her ultimate. Nemo might get caught. Oh, self-inflicted. But the Glimmer Cape keeps Nemo safe. So 5-on-5, 5-on-5 in the mid lane. This is going to be a very interesting situation for both teams. As Shanicha gets caught, there's a stun, here's a bullet from Voice, self-inflicted, activates the Chronosphere while the cooldown is activated, but no, my goodness gracious, Strawberry with a clutch play there, and now she's going to go and assault there. Oh, there's a Sonic Wave activated on BB. Now Gorgeous and Nemo doing that sort of additional damage, and Shanicha forced to retreat. Can she run away? No, she can't run away. Barbie Michelle likewise trying to retreat as well. Can she run away? Can she save her life? Gorgeous slowing her down. The poison damage from the Viper, making sure she won't survive. Can she knock on the shrine? Well, that's not a shrine. This is 7.07 Dota. And okay, the timing of Strawberry to save her teammate. Clutch moment there, and I'm impressed with that. And indeed, self-inflicted activated the Chronosphere. But that's the perfect trap for Searena. They waited for the Chronosphere, and they waited for the Reaper sight to happen. And while that's happening, Strawberry says, oh, I got the Astral Imprisonment to save my teammate. And it was perfect. 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 And here's the thing, Gorgeous wasn't even involved in that initiation assault. She was just hiding here, and then when things started getting worse, that's when she started assaulting. And Team Vengeance, certainly they have to pay the price. They made some miscalculations. And they underestimated Team Searena. Now let's see, what can Team Searena do? I mean, it's still an evenly matched game. Now it's, oh, the action's now going to shift in the top lane. Now Faceless Void, let's see if she has her Chronosphere. Okay, the Sonic Wave is ready. Reaper Scythe not yet. Oh, there's the boulder on Strawberry. Strawberry's going to turn to Sweet Sugar. Will she run away? Oh, she does run away. All thanks to the Hurricane Pike and BB with an additional stun. BB's going to sacrifice her life for the greater good. And of course, that will definitely lead. She will be a hero, a martyr, and she will receive a hero's welcome when she gets resurrected on the fountain. Self-inflicted, item check. Oh, her Chronosphere is about to, okay, it's going to be ready. And yeah, so for Team Searena, they know how to counter the Chronosphere, and they've set their countermeasures as well perfectly, especially in this clash in the mid lane. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, I think they're gonna wait for Shanicha to use that Reaper Scythe. Or I don't know, maybe that wasn't really the plan, it was just a major instinct move by Strawberry. So we're gonna see a mid-wars. Oh, Nemo, no, she canceled her ultimate at 78 seconds for a cooldown. And that's not a good sign. Definitely not a good sign. I mean, a single mistiming might be a difference maker. Let's see what Strawberry has at her arsenal. Hand of Midas, Hurricane Pike, Mithril Hammer. Chances are going to go for a BKB. Let's see this quick item check, self-inflicted earlier. There's a Shadow Blade. Barbie Michelle. Not having the sort of items yet. BB's gonna get stunned in near BB. There's a Veil of Discord in BB. BB might go down anytime. Here's a lockdown, the cooldown. Gonna go blow anyone away. Here's Barbie Michelle blinking in the middle of no man's land. But the BKB, self-inflicted, activates her Chronosphere, but she gets caught. And she won't be able to do that sort of follow-up damage. And BB goes down, gets killed by the Reaper's side. But the magnetism doing its effect. Look at what's going to happen. It slows everyone down. But no, it's still an evenly matched brawl. But of course, the damage output from Strawberry, too much for anyone from Team Vengeance to handle. But 4 down for the side of Team Searena is still a slight momentum booster for Team Vengeance. Now, of course, Outworld Devourer, you know, she did time her abilities well. She was caught in the Chronosphere. But the fact that the BKB saved her life, but this is not going to be good news for her, especially if you're going to get slowed down there. She's forced to use her ultimate to keep her alive. There's the Astral Imprisonment. Can she run away? She doesn't have that. Let's see what happens. So she does go down, and another wipe. So it's a wiping game for these two teams. And now the tier 3 tower in the top lane is going to get assaulted. Gyrocopter forced to use her buyback. Can she save the day? Can she save the day? Can she build a barrier against these monsters trying to knock on the drawbridge? And yes, she does. Keep the team alive. So far. Okay, so let's see what happened in that clash. I mean, yeah. So... yeah, well, BB was obliterated by the Reaper's Scythe. And then, of course, there was a Chronosphere activated to create space for the Queen of Pain to do her damage. And compared to that earlier clash in the mid lane, to the clash and this clash here, it was an absolute mess for Team Searena. One, BB was caught out of position. She tried to venture forward. She was easily chased down. And the thing is, Team Vengeance has a lot of mobility options, especially we have the Queen of Pain, and you have the Earth Spirit, and you have a Void who could just time walk forward. And with BB out of the picture, it was really difficult for Team Searena, and they couldn't just capitalize on their spells efficiently, because one of their heroes was getting assaulted and couldn't make a major impact. And Strawberry was caught in the Chronosphere, even though she had the BKB to keep herself alive. But the fact is, her teammates were not lucky, as they get easily killed by the Chronosphere. And the call down from the Gyrocopter, you know, it wasn't able to catch anyone off guard. So, yeah, like what I said earlier, it's a matter of execution of tactics for these two teams, which is what's happening right now. Is EY forced to activate her BKB. There's Barbie Michelle blinking in, stun from BB to keep her teammate alive. Will BB sacrifice her life for the greater good, which is always happening? And there's the ultimate set, but Void gets caught in the middle of no man's land. What was Void doing there? Why did she go there? Sonic Wave activated on A. What? No, there's a Chronosphere doing that follow-up damage, but no, Strawberry protects her teammate A, but she's gonna go down any time. But no, she doesn't go down. Strawberry doing that damage, saving the day. Clutch plays for Strawberry. And Gorgeous just following up, chasing on Shanicha. I'm not sure what Shanicha's doing there. Okay, let's see, Shanicha, can you run away? You have to run away. That damage from this Outworld Devourer is just too much. But Outworld Devourer forced to retreat because the Reaper Scythe is activated. But no! The ultimate set by the Outworld Devourer saves the day, but she does go down. A Herculean effort, a heroic effort for the OD to sacrifice her life to obliterate two heroes for Team Vengeance. But EY also has to be commended there for using her ultimate to make things worse for Team Vengeance. It's another wipe. It's a wipeout game. This ain't Dota we're playing, guys. This is a game show in the US called Wipeout, where you always fall for comedy's sake. But here, this isn't comedy's sake. This is, well, an amateur competition. But it's just that, like when I said, it's a matter of execution. And as long as these two teams have executed their spells perfectly, then they could get the upper hand in the team fights. So Roshan is going to get assaulted by Searena. I'm not sure what Team Vengeance has to offer there. Okay, there's an Observer Ward by Team Searena. There's a Sentry Ward as well. So there are no Observer Wards in this area for Team Vengeance. They might not be able to spot this. Now EY gets the Aegis of the Immortal, and that's going to be a huge momentum booster for Team Searena, as they're going to destroy these creeps. Let's see, what kind of lane are they going to assault? Bottom and mid lanes are already open and exposed. Chances are they're going to assault the mid lane.
What have we here?
So let's do a quick item check. Glimmer Cape on Void. Nemo likewise has it as well. Okay, what does EY has it? Oh, she has a BKB, Aegis, Dragon Lance. Then, of course, you have your Mantis style. So that gives him more right-click options. Strawberry with the BKB as well. So she's confident. So Team Searena confident with her right clicks, and we've seen in that clash here in the top lane. I mean, the right clicks from Gorgeous and Strawberry were just punishing Team Vengeance. So yeah, I think that's going to be the sort of question of the day. Who is going to win this sort of brawl? Is it going to be the AoEs, the clicks of the QWERs, or is it going to be a right-click slugfest for Team Searena? So it's a very interesting situation for these two teams. Now Void, item check, still with a Shadow Blade, but she has a Diffusal Blade, and that could be useful, especially if you want to slow down the Outworld Devourer to eat her mana away. If you're caught by the Chronosphere and Faceless Void wants to limit your damage potential with magical assaults, there's a Diffusal Blade to make sure that things will not be easy for you. But Void has to be cautious. Void. Oh dear. Oh, but of course, the rocket has just chased her. Self-inflicted, uses the time walk, gets caught by the stun. Now Gorgeous poisoning her. There's a Viper Strike, and the time walk tries to keep her alive, but here comes a reinforcement. Here's Barbie. Now with the Faceless Void gone, this could be good news. Oh, look at that, the Faceless Void. Oh, she's gonna teleport out in front of in your face as the Faceless Void through the tree lines, and you can't catch me. And keeping that Void alive was crucial, because once the Void is dead, then Team Searena will just push further forward nonchalantly without any hesitation, because the Void gives that sort of scare factor, that fear factor brought in by that Chronosphere, and without the Chronosphere in action, I mean, if the Chronosphere was gone, then Team Searena will be like, oh yeah, that's gonna be easy for us. No, Gyrocopter is a Satanic with a plus 123 damage. And yeah, the right clicks are getting worse and worse and worse for Team Vengeance, because with this sort of items checks, well, if they've done a decent item checking list, and if they see this, they'll be like, okay, we gotta execute our Chronosphere in perfection, because if you don't, we're going to lose. BB means back. Okay, BB, go BB. BB, please. Whatever you do, don't call 911. You're gonna die anyway. Which just happened. So, Searena forced to defend, because it's still a chess game between these two teams. Now it's looking like Team Vengeance looking very confident with their assaults. Even though Team Searena has the Aegis of the Immortal, which is very odd, because normally when the team has the Aegis, they go very aggressive. But they need to get this self-inflicted. They need to do the damage on her, because If they don't, and there's a Viper Strike activated, okay, can she run away? She activates a Time Walk in, there's a stun, there's a call down! And now that the Void is gone, this could be the sort of boost for Searena. Now they're confident and brave. Bravely they go, and Myron's gonna get assaulted. Down she goes. Now Team Searena knocking on each and every one of the heads of each member, saying, we're gonna crush your skulls. Call a doctor, because we're going to assault you anytime now that two of your heroes are gone. Your defensive measures are gone. Let's see if you guys have some sort of clothing apparel, because now we've just bared you naked. Okay, so it's quick item check. Black King bar. Barbie Michelle has a Black King bar. Lasted in a nice. EY leading the way. Shanica number 2. Net worth. Net worth is still in favor of Team Searena, and it's because of the fact that the right-click damages is making farming an easy face for Searena. And the fact is that they've laned well, especially the Outworld Devourer and the Gyrocopter in the early stages of the game. So it carried on in the sort of mid-game. Now, surprisingly, Searena going very safe, even though they've capitalized on 2 heroes. Normally, when that happens, you'd go and assault the tier 3 towers, which I was expecting Searena was going to do that, but no, they decided to play safe. Now Void's gonna get caught. What can Void do here? Void? Oh, she just blinked out. Okay, Myron. She has the Ether Lens and the 4 staff for additional survivability of the team. Wait, the Shrine's gonna get assaulted. No, definitely not yet. I mean, the tier 3 towers are still alive for both teams. So it's still an evenly set game for the 2 teams. Not yet aggressive. Gorgeous, I'm not sure why she's up. Yeah, Hurricane Pike I understand, but well, she does need a hood because she needs to keep herself alive in team fights. Although I don't know why she did not opt for a BKB. And I also don't know why she's not aiming for items like... Well, she does need a Gem of True Sight to negate self-inflicted. But I'm not sure why she's not going for a Desolator, because you need damage as of this moment. I mean, yeah, you do need to sustain yourself because a Chronosphere could be devastating. But you also need to balance damage. I mean, Viper is a sort of damage dealer type. And the bigger the damage, the better she could... slow down Team Vengeance. Yeah, I think Strawberry should... Okay. So, Strawberry has a Scythe of Vice. So, with the Scythe of Vice, she could go for an easy pick-off on the Void, because the Void is just constantly running away with a Time Walk and the Shadow Blade. And with that Scythe of Vice, she could say, sorry, you can't run away. I got you. Turn you into a pig. So both teams very, very cautious. It's understandable why, because it's a wipeout versus wipeout situation. First clash, wipeout. Second clash, wipeout. Third clash, it's a wipeout. So it's understandable that these 2 teams are trying their best to make sure that another wipeout does not happen. Because a single wipeout could spell a difference in this game. But let's see here. Bottom lane gonna get assaulted, self-inflicted, forced to activate the Shadow Blade, but gets stunned in return. EY provide that sort of defensive measure. Now what can Barbie Michelle do? Trying to push in the lanes. That's what Team Vengeance are doing. They're trying to knock themselves in each and every lane. Same goes with Team Searena, so it's like a laning game. Laning mind games for both teams. Curious what Barbie Michelle's gonna form next. Bloodthorn might be out of her arsenal. That would be useful, cause you wanna negate that sort of HP from Gorgeous. You wanna slowly deplete the HP from both Strawberry Gorgeous, especially EY, because they're very annoying for Team Vengeance. Now self-inflicted. This is gonna be interesting. Remember, Gorge. Oh, the Chronosphere activated on you know who. It's Strawberry, but there's a lockdown. There's sort of firepower needed as a fight back. But no, there's no additional follow-up for this from the side of Team Vengeance, and a mistake there is further capitalized by Team Searena. One, the Chronosphere timing was off. So, you know why it's off? Because Barbie Michelle was on her way. Same goes with Myron, and then Shanisha. Wow, who has a Radiance now. But here's the thing, they weren't in this area. They were trying to go through that area, but the fact is the timing was off because Searena, one, they have some sort of snipers from long range, and EY is one of them. And even if though they Chronosphere on Strawberry, there's still EY with the range outside the Chronosphere. So 2 heroes down, and this is what you want to see from Team Searena. Earlier, when both the Void and the other support hero was down, as Barbie Michelle gets pressed on by BB, and her Barbie Michelle's ultimate was wasted, and here comes the ultimate activated there by EY. EY doing that sort of damage. Nemo goes down on the list. Now Shanisha, can she survive here? No, she doesn't survive. Barbie Michelle forced to use a buyback, but it's not going to be enough to help defend her base. That's a tier 3 tower goes down. It goes down. Now the Rax is under siege. It's under siege. Let's see what happens. Barbie Michelle forced to use her poison dagger, but it's not going to slow down Gorgeous, because Gorgeous is the queen of poison because she plays the Viper. Now, let's see. Strawberry activates her BKB, nonchalantly charges forward. Now she activates her ultimate to do that sort of damage, and Shanisha gets a revenge kill. That's a much needed kill, but Shanisha's going to sacrifice her life in vain. EY, oh, EY survives the Sonic Wave, and look at that damage outburst. Look at that, self-inflicted, gonna get stunned. And Team Vengeance, there's nothing else they could offer at their arsenal, forced to retreat in the fountain and drink their life. Now the tier 3 tower in the mid lane assaulted, and EY doesn't even seem to care what's happening. She's just gonna go there, send the shrapnels, self-inflicted, charging in forward, with no follow-up. And that's the difference maker in that clash. Once the 2 heroes are down, actually, here's the thing about Team Vengeance that really bothers me. One, they're so reliant on the Chronosphere in this game, and you can't always rely on the Chronosphere. You must explore other options. Two, they didn't time their abilities efficiently. I mean, the Chronosphere on Strawberry, yeah, that would be big, but no follow-up damage. And Searena just capitalized on that. And you have to slow down Searena like the entire team. You can't just slow down on just individual members. The reason is because of the right-click damage. And that's what's gonna kill Team Vengeance if like only one of them gets caught in the Chronosphere. That gives the rest of the team space needed to just click the right button and kill anyone from Team Vengeance. No matter how much damage the Sonic Wave does, if the Chronosphere was off, then it's bad news for Team Vengeance. Now Roshan is resurrected, self-inflicted. I'm not sure why she's in that position. She has a teleportation scroll. Yeah, she does. She needs it, because she could provide that sort of defensive chrono here. Perhaps similar to what Universe did in TI5, although that was an Echo Slam. And now a Chronosphere would be very epic as well. Now, okay, no Aegis steal. I thought we're going to see an Afu-esque play from Boy. Not yet. See, quick item check. Gorgeous. Oh, she's going to go for a Pipe of Insight, which is smart because you want to keep your team sustainable in a 5-on-5 clash with Vengeance, especially given the fact that Vengeance has more magical damage assaults. Now EY knocking on, she has a Butterfly, so EY's not going to be an easy target, especially with that Butterfly. Now they're going to knock in the drawbridge, the floodgates are open, the tier 3 tower is about to get assaulted. Actually, it is going to get assaulted. It's EY, it's a Manta style, and look, that's minimalist damage doing its work. Now they're going to try and push through the Rax. The Rax is vulnerable. The Rax is open. We're self-inflicted. Will self-inflicted do something here? They're self-inflicted, but Jack got 2 heroes in the Chronosphere. But the problem is this. Here's the problem. There's no follow-up damage, as I mentioned earlier. Everyone is in the backlines on the side of Team Vengeance. Now it's gonna kill them. It's definitely going to kill Team Vengeance. Team Vengeance, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're forced to retreat. You have no way to survive. And look who gets turned into a stone. Shanica gets turned into a stone, but still it's not gonna protect her. She's gonna die. Self-inflicted. Dies as well. Very, very, that's not heroic. That's counter-heroic because you sacrificed your life while making it very, very incredibly worse, whatever adjectives you want to add, but it's just an absolute nightmare. Why is Chronosphere activated in 4 heroes? The rest of the crew are inside. Where's the follow-up? Where's the follow-up? Where's the follow-up? I've been reiterating that throughout the match. And look at this, look at this. Oh, rude. Awakening. 5 down on Team Vengeance, and Barbie Michelle says GG, and Team Searena has just taken control of the first game, and the throne is under siege. And there you go, there you see it. 31-45 is the score. 27k net worth lead for Team Searena. Of course, they timed their skills efficiently, and that's game 1 action. We'll be back for game number 2. Searena versus Team Vengeance coming up. Don't leave.